White goes away first, holds the linebackers, and then comes back and throws the other way.
So now they've got a first down at the 11-yard line, and Georgia's a man short defensively, trying to run a defensive lineman out there, and he just got in place in time. White on the option, and he's going to lose a little bit here. A yard or two. Charles Johnson was the first man there. Tony Taylor, the middle linebacker, as well. West Virginia, their red zone offense this year. 43 for 50 with 35 touchdowns, including a couple tonight.
The bad news is Georgia inside the red zone is last in the SEC.
At the 13. Second down and 12. End around coming. It's Renaud who scored, and he scored again.
The wide receiver got a great block.
Renaud, who just scored on a 3-yard touchdown reception, now adds a 13-yard end around for a score. The faces of the Georgia fans tell the story here.
Yeah. West Virginia scored on their first 3 possessions.
And they lead 21-0. Remember, this followed a fumble. As Georgia lost the handle, West Virginia knew what to do with it. They go 26 yards in 5 plays for another touchdown. And now you talk about putting the pressure on DJ Shockley. His team in his final game as a Bulldog trails by 21 points in the first quarter. Bob, perfect execution on the end around and a great block by the wide receiver.
Exactly. White's going to go this way. The receiver that gets the ball, Renaud, but watch the block right here by Thompson when he cracks back to the inside. Little shift right there, but right here, the huge block by Thompson, and Renaud just gets around and gets into the end zone.
That took Greg Blue right out of the play, and Renaud did the rest. His second touchdown, capping just a 26-yard march. Remember, that followed a fumble by Danny Ware, who's right there hiding behind his teammates.
You know, Brad, you know, they're so methodical. I mean, it's just they're under control, very disciplined, matter of fact, take care of business. And it's West Virginia I'm talking about, not Georgia.
Right. LaMarcus Brown from the 3. First time Georgia's been able to return a kick. And he's not going to get to the 20-yard line. Let's take a look right now at our Dodge defensive playbook, Bob.
All right, this is why, look over here. These 2 guys are stacked. I'm talking about the guys in the white. The defensive end and the linebacker right behind him. But when the ball snapped, watch what happens. The linebacker jumps inside. Now he beats the block of the fullback. That's his gap, his hole. He beats the block of the fullback and tackles the running back in the backfield. That is great linebacker play.
Georgia's 4th straight start at its own 20-yard line. And 21 down with 4:21 to go in the first quarter. Brown's back in there at tailback. They fake it to him, and Shockley has it tipped incomplete. Kevin McClee is the guy that got a hand up there to knock it down.
West Virginia is doing everything right. Georgia is not.
Shockley 0 for 4 after McClee went airborne, and the folks around Georgia know about Kevin McClee. They call him Boo. They call his daddy that too. Still the number 5 rusher in Georgia history, his dad. Shockley flushed out of the pocket again. Gets what he can. It's not going to be a first down, I don't think. About a yard shy. Eric Wicks made the tackle. Georgia's going to have a 3rd down and a yard coming up.
Georgia needs to keep the ball here, Brad. This is a huge 3rd down. I mean, if they have to turn the ball back over, they haven't stopped West Virginia yet.
Nope.
They need this offense to stay on the field and get a nice long drive. Let their defense get a blow.
Brown in a stacked backfield. He'll get the call, and he's got the first down, trying to break free, and he'll get out to the 35-yard line. Remember, Georgia on its opening drive was 3 and out, punted. West Virginia took it down for a touchdown. Then Georgia had something working. Lumpkin got a couple of first down runs, but then the penalty, the unsportsmanlike conduct on Gene Gillis backed him up. They had to get rid of it again, and then the third time they had a decent run, and they fumbled. So the last 2 possessions, a penalty and a turnover, killed them. And now, as Bob said, when you're down 153 to 46 in total yards, you got to find a way to keep your hands on the football.
Just stay on the field offensively.
Brown hitting the hole, got a yard maybe. Bobby Hathaway made the stop.
And it's, you know, this, I mean, I'm not for sure, but I don't think Georgia offensively faced any defenses like this season. I mean, it's a 3-3-5. The linebackers are going one way, the fronts are going another. You can line up a lot of different ways, but it's very aggressive, and after everybody's moving.
The numbers indicate how good West Virginia's defense has been. 2nd and 9 for the Dogs at their own 36, and here comes the blitz. Shockley has to step away from it. Still trying to find some room, and DJ will head to the sideline. It looks like he got a first down. Nope, they're going to mark him out about a foot short. Pickup of 8. They asked, you know, the West Virginia players, is it a 3-3-5 or is it a 3-5-3? Because they got that combination banded in there, and Mike Lorello, they said, we just call it a stack. That's all we call it.
Well, look what they do here. Here's a linebacker, and here's a safety. Now, at the snap of the ball, both of those guys are rushing the passer. And that's what causes him to have to move to his left or our left and get out of the pocket eventually. They've always got somebody coming. You never know where they're coming from.
Again, a 3rd and short for Georgia. The fullback got the first down. Brandon Sutherland, the redshirt freshman out of Decula's, got the first down. They'll move the sticks again. Second time they've converted a 3rd and 1 on this drive. The only thing Georgia probably has seen that resembles this is a few years ago when Charlie Strong run a defense somewhat like this when he was a defensive coordinator at South Carolina.
Exactly right. That's exactly right. But you don't see this type of defense or this style of offense West Virginia has very often.
Shockley, play action, look out. Hit as he throws, the ball is loose. West Virginia's on top of it unless they call it an incomplete pass. And right now they're saying West Virginia football. Another Georgia turnover just when they got things working. Lorello, the guy we just talked about, the combination DB linebacker, is the one that made the hit.
As you just mentioned it, Lorello on the coming from the right side beats the tackle over there. See if his arm is coming forward. And no, it's not. No, it's not. That's a good call.
Right at the 50-yard line. And
it's a linebacker that beat Inman, an offensive lineman.
I think they're going to take a look at this. Or Georgia took a timeout. The ball coming out. The arm going forward. It appeared after the fact. And the line of scrimmage will be the 50-yard line. Let's take another look. Georgia took the timeout here, hoping that the officials are going to look at the replay.
The defensive guy knocked the ball out of the hand first before it was even coming up.
Our replay officials, Bill Richardson. So if indeed they choose to look at it, that would be the man doing the honors. And the play under review. This would be huge if Georgia could keep control of the football and an incomplete pass. If not, they give it right back to West Virginia at the midfield stripe with a 21-point lead. A rough first quarter for Georgia and a near perfect first quarter for the Mountaineers of West Virginia. C.J. Shockley talks upstairs. We look from a different angle.
Here's a defensive lineman, defensive lineman, defensive lineman. Right here is an outside linebacker slash strong safety. He's rushing against an offensive tackle. They just don't know where they're coming from. You're not sure who to block, how to treat them.
Well, now apparently we're not going to get an announcement even. West Virginia will take over offensively. So a play under review, and no referee to tell us that indeed West Virginia will keep the football. We see it now as the play is snapped, and a 1-yard gain into Georgia territory at the 49 for Steve Slayton. Their 113th year of football. I don't know if West Virginia's ever had a quarter this good before. First time they've been to 4 straight bowl games since the 1981 through 84 seasons. That 81 team was a Peach Bowl, and Coach Rodriguez was part of that team under Don Nehlen, as Bob mentioned earlier. Second down, a long 9. Just a direct snap. White just takes off with it, and he finds some room up the middle. It'll be about 2 yards shy of a first down. Lynn?
Well, Brad, you said the Peach Bowl. For those folks at home that did not see the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl this year, both Georgia and West Virginia were here for that game. Why do I bring this up? Because for LSU in that ball game, they had a quarterback that had never started for them. Came into this ball game and was absolutely superb. I have to believe that Pat White saw that ball game, learned from that experience, and he is playing a very controlled, efficient football game, unflustered by the fact that this is his first Sugar Bowl, his first BCS bowl game.
Yep, and Matt Flynn did have a big night on Friday, as Bob and Swanee and I were here for that one. And it was a rout for LSU, and it caused a lot of replacement of coaches at Miami in the last day or so. Another reason Rich Rodriguez said he wanted to bring his team is because he said we wanted to come into the big building and see what the excitement's all about, hear the noise, try to get a feel for it, so when we go in there, it won't be like the first time we've been at the rodeo. He said we did kind of a Hoosier thing. We came in, made sure it was 100 yards long and 53 1/3 yards wide, and they're playing like they're in their backyard right now.
I like Rich Rodriguez.
I do too. Slayton, another cutback. Broke 2 tackles, now 3. Finally going to be stopped at about the 35-yard line by Charles Johnson. They can't seem to bring Slayton down because of his moves and his speed, and White's been awfully shifty both with his legs and his arm. And what a first quarter for the Mountaineers of West Virginia from the Big East Conference, as they have dominated the Georgia Bulldogs. And look at them hustle down to the other end of the field. They're eager for the second quarter to start to see if it goes as good as the first. Hadn't been a good start for Uga. Our presentation, the Nokia Sugar Bowl, will continue after this message and a word from our ABC stations. Mountaineers leading 21-0.
You're watching the Nokia Sugar Bowl on ABC Sports.
Nokia Sugar Bowl starting the second quarter has been sweet for West Virginia so far. They lead 21-0. Brad Nessler, Bob Greasley, Lynn Swan, and our ABC crew at the Georgia Dome in Atlanta for the transplanted Nokia Sugar Bowl.
Excuse me, Brad. Look at this posse out here.
Yeah, all 4 of them down there. Renaud, number 2, is the trail man. He's already got 2 touchdowns, 1 on an end around, 1 on a reception. White's just going to take it and run the other way. Got about 3 to the 31. Jarvis Jackson, the outside linebacker over there to make the stop. This will bring up a 3rd down now for West Virginia. This is the end of the first quarter.
Can you tell who's ahead and who's behind?
They couldn't wait to get down there.
I bet they never had all year had a better first quarter than that one.
West Virginia's 3 third down situations have all been 3rd and 2. White fakes it to Slayton, rolls, wants to throw, and now he'll take off on his own, and he's got it and more. Tiptoes out of bounds at about the 19-yard line.
He is so quick that one linebacker or one back cannot bring him down.
Got 12 yards on 3rd and short.
Taylor, the middle linebacker, was out there in good shape. 43 was there and just couldn't make the play.
So down to the 18-yard line and right back in the Georgia red zone again.